Hello YouTube, this is Christian Herrera. This is just a short video where I'm going to talk about why I choose to go away from using the KDE K-Wallet password manager, and why I don't want to use, for instance, Google for storing my passwords or LastPass or any other services. Actually, I've been searching for a password manager now for quite some time. I'm not so happy with the KDE wallet or the K wallet, since I used to be a KDE user. I've been using KDE and Plasma for many years, and I've been jumping in and out of using Plasma. Actually, Plasma integrates very well. It's a seamless environment if you just want to do office jobs and get stuff done. However, I am very fond of the tiling window managers and not using your mouse too much. So there's always been this conflict since Plasma has very good applications. Ocular is a very nice application for document viewing, and for instance, Dolphin is a great file manager, and that's the one I use when I use a graphical file manager. And it has an integration with the K-Wallet, so it stores all your passwords in the K-Wallet. However, the issue is that it's very difficult to find something, and for me it was, now when I wanted to migrate to something else, it was actually kind of difficult to find a way to be able to read my passwords and access them. But they were all stored. I found the KDE password. I found an application that could read the KDE wallet and get stuff out, but it's not very well documented, and it's lots of trial and error, and it's just a mess. And I want something that's simple, and also I want to be able to choose myself where I store my password, and an easy way to move them between machines. I am using 2 or 3 laptops all the time. I have one in my boat, one on my office, and I'm going to have one small one that I want to have in my backpack. And I have a synchronization system, which I also synchronize with my NAS, my network disk, and it's all on my systems. So I'm not sharing this data with Google or Amazon or anything else. It's my computers, my systems. It's everything is stored by myself. And these later years, many things have been going over to cloud computing, many services. And if you have a business and you need to run some stuff, and it's cheaper to use cloud computing and more effective, go ahead. But for my personal stuff, I prefer not to use the cloud computing route. And even for my own business, I also have everything on my own network disk and stuff. But that's just me. It's because it's easier for me, because I'm used to working with Linux systems. So I'm not the one that will tell anyone what to use or not to use. There are plenty of people on YouTube and on the internet that tell you, don't use this, that is evil, don't you? I don't care what you use. You make up your own mind, but you need to know why you could think about using something else. And I will also try to provide you with some kind of options. I've been searching for a great while, and this seems promising. I haven't tried it yet, but I will. So, why I don't want to use password services is that you don't have any control of your own passwords. Your passwords are stored on someone else's server. Sometimes they're stored on your own computer, but you don't know how they are stored. Maybe all the passwords are stored on one file. If that file gets corrupted, you lose all of your passwords. So you have no control over that. And in the meanwhile, well, it's nice with synchronization and nice with all of that, but in the same time you have no control. What happens if the company suddenly turns bad and starts to use your password, or you don't have any control. So that's once. So if the service goes down, your password goes down. What happens, for instance, if you have using, well, not something big like Google or LastPass or something else, and suddenly the whole service goes down? All your passwords are crap. And if you don't have local storage for your passwords, or you don't have your own backup, and you're trusting these companies with your password, you are not in control on how these passwords are stored, how they are backed up. I mean, let's say that the servers go bad or something, I mean, or they have some issues, they get hacked or whatever. Your passwords are out there. I mean, you don't know how to store them. And for once, for instance, if you're using the Google Password Manager, you can get them out in clear text. So that's that. So why do I choose to go away from Plasma? Well, that's easy. I've been using Plasma for some time, and then I don't use it, and I use it, and I don't use it, and when I log back into Plasma takes control over all of my passwords, and I have to retype all the passwords when I'm using the Brave browser or anything. I have to retype all my passwords for the first login so it can store it. And then when I use i3 or something else, the password storage on my browser is cleared, so I have to retype all of my passwords. I have forgot them. So I need some other way to store my passwords in a way that I can access them all the time. And plain text is not an option because they're passwords, and I want to be able to use different passwords on different services. But I know I don't want to be able to remember like 20, 30, 40 passwords, and I want to have an easy way to access them. And the Plasma is not well documented. I finally found, I think it was named K-Wallet Manager. That was the name. I finally found the K-Wallet Manager. I won't open it, but if I click open here, I can type my password and I can log in and check my passwords and also decrypt them and get them out in plain text. So, but it was a pain to find that. So now I will try to get over everything to something called Pass. Well, the second thing with the Plasma and K-Wallet, it's not supported by all of the softwares, so it's not storing, for instance, stuff from your web browsers, and it doesn't integrate with Firefox. Or so that's also an issue, because then you have your passwords spread out over several places, and when you're storing your passwords in the browser, maybe you're storing one on Firefox, one on Chrome, one on here, one on there. If you change it in one place, you don't have the password in your other browser. I am a multi-browser person. I use Firefox for some stuff, I use Chrome for other stuff, I use Brave for other stuff, and actually I'm thinking about walking away from Brave, but I will take that in another video. So, and the issue I have with KDE also is, now when I'm using Dolphin, I can't choose my password manager for Dolphin. I will see if I can hack it in some way, or what happens when I uninstall Plasma and I uninstall the password manager, see if it wants to use something else. But I mean, I am happy with using just a text interface and get out my usernames and passwords when I need them, so that's not a big issue. But Dolphin is a good file browser. But I see if I find any alternative to that in the future as well. So I found this application called Pass. I want to do a video now about its usage and stuff, because everyone and their mother has done it. I saw that some Linux YouTubers have been doing videos about this application. It looks good. It looks like something that I can get used to, and it seems to fill my needs. So here you got the homepage for that one. I'm going to post the homepage and the GitHub link in the description for everyone to check it out. I just installed it, and I'm going to start migrating to it but I won't use the scripts. I mean, I will check out my passwords, because I want to delete all my passwords from the other places, and then I'm going to delete my KDE wallet, and I'm going to go into my different Google accounts. I take all of my passwords from there, test them, delete all the passwords from the Google's database and such. But this seems promising, because for once it's following the Unix philosophy, and it's using the GPG for encryption. So PAS is not concerned about how you're storing your password. The first line is the password, but then you can put metadata around it or under it, so you can actually store username, web page, but you can also store your passphrase or secret passphrase and everything else if you want to. If you could even open it with unencrypted with GPG, open it in a file browser, and then save it again if you want to. I will check the man pages for this one, and I will play around with it, and then I will make a video that's a little more in depth than these videos I've seen with from these other YouTubers, because they don't go in depth on how you for instance, store your usernames and such. So that would be nice to have a video on that. So I will make it when I'm getting used to this password manager. It does have support for Git. I don't know how it's working. I haven't tested it. But with my system that I have for syncing my computer, that's not an issue, because everything for me is backed up on several computers and a central storage which has revision control. So that's not a problem. However, using Git to store the changes and password history is actually very interesting. So that's something I want to check out as well. From what I've seen, it has a lot of support from the community. I've been checking out. There are several graphical interfaces for this one. I think there's also one written in Qt, and also there are people that have written browser integrations for this one. So I thought I saw one for Firefox and one for Chrome. So I don't think they are listing them on this page, but I saw that there was passwords for Chrome and for the integration of Chrome and for Firefox. But that's not an issue for me. This pause menu that they're claiming to have, that they use the D menu for password, for retrieving the password or putting it in on the clipboard, it might work for me. And also I'm using the clip menu D, so I can actually check my clipboard backwards. That's not a good use for this one. I'm going to see if it deletes it from the clipboard, because I think it's keeping it in the clipboard for 47 seconds, but I have to see if it's stored in the clip menu D, because when I use clip menu D I can see the latest 20 clips, and I can choose which one to use. So this is something I have to check out. Well, so this are my reasons why I am going to try to use the password manager. I didn't see anything else that actually fit the bill. The alternative would be to encrypt my passwords manually and write my own shell script, but I don't feel that I have the time for it. I mean, if there exists a a script for that already, which has good support, and it does the same, so why not use it? Well, so I'll get back to you, maybe in a week, maybe in 2 weeks, I don't know when. I'm a very busy guy, I am, and I'm not the one that keeps posting regularly. I will try to get better at it, actually. So I hope you have a nice time. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you find this useful. If you have any suggestions or any questions you want to ask me, please leave it in a comment on the description. Feel free to contact me. And I wish you a good day. Bye.